everybody, and welcome to a fresh new episode of What I Know So Far. I am Trish Sir, along with the gorgeous Karen Mills. Hi, doll. Got a little something on the forehead. What is that? What is that from here? If you are listening and not watching, Karen's got what looks like a little bit of a. Is it a cut? A gash?
It's a cut. Ow. Yeah, it's a cut. It.
That's a serious. Like, you took a dinger to this. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's not that deep, but it hurts, and it's got a little knot on it, and I've been over to unplug something and caught the corner of a shelf, and I mean, you know, when you go down fast to unplug, like when you're hurrying, and it wasn't like I just kind of.
Oh no, you went with conviction.
Yeah. I just, oh God.
The kind that make you a little bit dizzy, or as my papa would say, you see birds.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And hear them too.
And hear them. It's so true. Oh, honey, yeah, no, you got yourself good. Yeah, I didn't notice it. And then I was like, wait, is that your hair? And then you pushed it back. And I was like, oh my gosh, you got yourself. Yeah, you've got that good, cute hair. Look at that. And just like that. I wish I had hair as fun as Karen's. Mine always looks like I just got out of the bed. Like it just, that's
no,
mine.
No, it doesn't. No,
well, my hair right now is, if you're watching and or listening and not watching, my hair right now looks like I don't know that I've wallowed in the bed, but this is air dried. I've been trying to not put heat on it when I'm not on stage. So my hair air dried is real kind of haphazard wavy. It's not like styled beach waves. It's like, okay. It just.
Do you have some natural wave to you?
I do. My hair actually has this. This is it. This is how it kind of lays like almost like it got out of the water. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I love that look.
Thanks, Kay.
I do. I love a beachy look. I used to put a product in my hair that was beach waves, and
that's a good idea.
It smelled like salt.
I know. I love when it smells like the sea.
Yeah.
Like that's when I love a little fresh. But we got off all around the world this morning. I hope if this is your first time here, buckle up, Buttercup, because this is how we always are. You never know what you're going to get. Karen and I love having fun and carrying on, and that's what we know so far, is that you just got to laugh and keep it pushing. So
we used to plan our episodes, and now we just go, we'll just go on there and talk.
Yeah. I mean, y'all are our friends. That's why you're here. We just love talking with you. We're not going to give you straightforward linear life advice like Mel Robbins. Mel's darling, but she's already doing that. We're just going to be like your fun friends that have perimenopause and menopause that are like, I have something to tell you. What? I don't know. I forgot.
Exactly. That's like my friend Marcia called me one day and said, I remembered what it was I couldn't think of the other day. She said, but now I forgot again. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Doesn't that make you feel good that you're not alone? You know?
Oh, no.
I was talking to my I have 3 awesome stepkids, and my stepdaughter was here, and she was talking to me about something in the car, and I said, I'm so sorry, I'm no longer listening to you. My perimenopause brain, it had left me. Like, and Ava goes, what? Because I'm never like that. I said, I'm so sorry, baby. I said, my perimenopause brain tuned you out, literally tuned you out. You sounded like the teacher from the Peanuts. And she was like, are you kidding? I said, no, you just got to give me some grace. I want to hear everything you have to say, but I'm being honest and letting you know. And I said, and also, it just smelled like cigarettes. Like, for no reason. It smells like somebody just smoked a cheapest carton of cigarettes for no reason. I'll get, like, weird smells that don't exist anywhere, and I'll ask somebody, and they look at me like I'm nuts. And she goes, oh, my gosh. I said, what? She goes, Trish, I think that's what's wrong with my mom. And I go, that's probably 100% what's wrong with your mom.
Yeah, right.
I was like, trust and believe. I was like, if she's being hateful, not her fault. I said, if she has just for no reason accused you or your brother of smoking, not her fault. It is the state of the world right now. Give her all the grace, because we're all just hanging on. If you're in this time in the world and are going through menopause and perimenopause, and that we are still kind, my God, we should all be up for the Nobel Peace Prize.
No kidding. Yeah, Leanne Morgan called me when she was going through it, and she said, I just smell like hamburger. She said, I always smell like a hamburger.
I always smell like a hamburger. I'm dead. And I could just hear Leanne saying it too. That's what makes it even funnier. Oh my God. For me, I truly hear you and Leanne in my head all the time, because you know me. I've been the queen of like, I always want to be put together, and I always want. Like, I try to always just make an effort because I always like dress for the day you want to have, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I have officially hit, and I can't tell y'all. I've been friends with you and Karen, or you and Leanne, sorry, for 15 years, and I don't remember a time that y'all have not said to me, "I don't care." Like, I just don't care. We used to care, but I don't care. And I can't tell you now, 15 years later, on a daily basis, something will happen, and I go, "I don't care." I don't care. And all I do is think of Leanne and Karen going,
Yeah.
"Honey, you're just not going to care." And I was like, that'll never happen. Y'all, I don't care. Like, anything will occur, and I'm like, well, it seems rough, doesn't it? I don't care. It's this weird peace at the same time. And it's not like I don't care about somebody, and it's not that I don't care about the state of the world.
But just you don't care about the same things.
Yeah.
For one thing, you just don't care about little things.
Little
you know?
things.
Yeah.
Little things. You just think, water off a duck's back, as my papa would say. You know, hey, there's things that need your urgency and things that don't. I don't care.
Well, and having grown up in the South, both of us, I mean, you know, the need to please people and to be liked and all those things. Oh, my Lord.
Exhausting.
Now, if somebody doesn't like me, I'm like, oh, good, one less person to make small talk with. I mean, I
Yes.
just do not care. It just does not matter
It's
to me.
the most freeing thing that I wish someone pulled you aside. Remember when y'all had to go do the thing in school where, I don't know, maybe y'all went to Montessori school and they didn't do this, but
No.
they'd pull us aside and they'd explain, like, all the girls had to go here and learn about periods, and all the guys went over here and learned about their junk dropping and all the thing, whatever. I wish they pulled us aside and kept that going and been like, listen, here's the bright side. At about 50, you're not going to care.
Yeah, none of
it's
this
gonna-
will matter later.
And none of this, everything you have stressed about is not going to matter. You're never going to sweat the small stuff again. Like, that would have been that glimmer of hope. I'm like, I can get through all this. Cool. But no one told you, so you didn't know. I mean, that is the good thing for the Gen Alpha coming up, even after Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I think they're going to be okay. Those kids are going to be all right because they're starting to go back, and they don't like to text. They want to talk on the phone. They want in-person
They do.
conversations. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gen Alpha, this is the two things of Gen Alpha. They think texting is antiquated because it's like writing. They're like, why would I write all that out when I could just pick up the phone and talk to them? I'm like, yes, thank you, Gen Alpha. They also would prefer it and or on FaceTime because they're like, things get lost in translation, and I don't want what I'm saying to get lost in translation. I'm like, yes, little baby children, you are correct.
Yep.
And then there's also the ones that are like, I'm not going to be caught with receipts. I don't want nobody knowing I said all this, or if my friend's mama checks her phone and she looks and sees all the things I said, it's all there in black and white for her to see. And I
Yep.
was like, also, not wrong, little children. Come back to the Gen X ways. We'll show you how it was done. Come this way. So I think there's going to be
you can
hope.
also sound really hateful on text.
I agree.
You know, and sometimes you're like, well, you know, F all y'all.
Yes, well, it's
And-
true. Jay
yeah.
says that people get resting bitch face on text and they don't mean it.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody will say something that comes across like, sure, fine. And it could be somebody going, oh, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's,
Or,
if something
you know,
says, sure, it's fine, could be taken like short and concise instead of, oh, don't worry about it.
yeah, exactly. So a lot of times you read a text and think somebody's getting hateful with you when really they're just they're just cutting to the chase, but it reads differently than its intention.
And if you give me a thumbs up instead of answering, I'm fine with an acknowledgement. But if you give me a thumbs up, I always think for whatever reason the thumbs up is passive aggressive. Like, I think the thumbs up is like, yeah. I don't care if you don't mean it that way. The thumbs up from me is like, okay, give me a heart. Heart is acknowledgement. A thumbs up's like, yeah, I heard you. I don't care if that isn't what you meant. That's the way I receive a thumbs up.
Yeah.
So do not thumbs up me. My poor husband, I've watched him give a thumbs up and instantly changed it to a heart. Like, let me change my message because he knows. I'm like, please don't thumbs up me. So you're right. If it's not said, it gets lost in translation, and I'm not on that team. Be good. Be kind.
And we need to connect, in person with people again. So that's good to know that it's coming back around.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. My cousin, who's a kindergarten teacher, I've talked about her before, my cousin Katie, said that these kids too, they want phones for activities and FaceTime. They aren't wanting phones to sit and text they're wanting the connection.
Oh,
they're not
interesting.
wanting it to like sit and text. And I was like, I love this. Like, I am loving that kids are like, nah, I'd rather see you and talk to you. Yeah.
Good.
Right?
There's
hope.
Yeah. There's hope.
There's hope. We're praying for it. What else is going on, Kay?
Well, it's I have July off, and
What does that look like for you?
well, it looks like so many people throughout all my friends who will text me and go, see you're busy, see you're on the road. Whenever you have time, we'd love to go to dinner. Well, and I keep going, July, I've got a big break, so let's do dinner. So I'm going to be doing a lot of dinners with friends that I haven't had time to enjoy. So I'm excited about that because I love to go to dinner.
I do
That's
too.
one of my favorite things. I love
Me
to
too.
go to dinner.
I know. I love that you love that like I do too. I love a slow dinner. Like
Yeah.
there's something lovely about enjoying people over a slow dinner instead of like a rushed just to eat a meal. And I know we've all had both of those. Yeah.
No, I like a slow dinner. I love a patio if weather permits, and,
I love a
and if I can get a patio by the water with friends, I am in.
I'm going to come to
Heaven.
Chattanooga. We need to go to the boathouse.
Yes, yes.
Give me some oysters, y'all. If you have not been to the boathouse in Chattanooga, have you lived? I don't know, but I love it. It's one of my favorite places ever. It's one of my favorite
It's
places.
right on the Tennessee River, and it's beautiful. Yeah,
It is.
Scotty's on the river. Another one
Scotty's on the river.
Yeah, beautiful, great oysters and.
You have a great time. Are you traveling at all in your month of July, or no? Because all you do is travel.
No, I'm not
Good.
traveling at all. The only thing I may travel to is 2 hours away to Nashville to do New Material Mondays because I do have a lot of material I'm working on. So that's the best place. I mean, I may get up here at the Comedy Catch a couple, but they don't have a. They have an open mic, but it's not like New Material
Yeah.
Mondays where the audience is still a hot audience. You know.
Oh, isn't that so
Yeah.
good?
So, so I'll definitely go over and do that. I'll probably get up a couple of times here too. But I've just got so much material I'm working on, so I don't want to just not get on stage. I want to focus on the new stuff, so that when I do go
Yeah.
back to stage, I'm ready.
See, I know I've taken off just enough that I need to get back on. That'll be August for me. I'm going to make myself really hunker down in August, and I love getting up in rooms that aren't traditionally ready for me. So I do a lot of technically LGBTQ rooms for me, which I love to do here in Los Angeles
I bet.
because they're not ready for me. It's always like, wait, who invited the straight white country person? And I'm like, it's me. Ally Trish. Like, I get so tickled because
Yeah.
it's just such a different room. And to watch comedy, I always say comedy anyways, like watching people put together a Rubik's Cube. And so watching people have to put together how I fit in that room and then being so gracious and accepting what I'm about to talk about, right? And so that's always my favorite is trying to get in rooms, which I'm privileged to do here in LA, that aren't traditionally where I would, quote unquote, have an audience. But then I also think, who am I to say? Some of my best shows are in gay clubs.
I bet you have great audiences. They're great audiences.
Well, that's what I mean. I think that there's something to be said for the level of inclusion, and people going, "Yeah, girl,
Funny is funny.
funny is funny." And one of my favorites, he's hilarious. He's Canadian comic, really more of a personality. No, he's a comedian. But he does this. I think I told you about this. He does this great bit. He runs a room here in Hollywood or here in LA. Hold on, I'm going to make sure I get his name right because he's so funny. And when somebody has a name that you're like, wait a second, do I get their name wrong? I've got my phone, y'all, out so I get this right. It's because his name is Andrew Johnston, but his Instagram handle is Mandrew Bronston. That's why I always get it wrong. It's Andrew Johnston, and he's hilarious. And he just started doing this bit that has me so tickled because I was raised in the funeral business. He starts doing this bit about a friend of his passed away, and he was the one closest in the friend group to kind of tell everyone else. So they put upon him to go tell everybody that this friend unexpectedly passed away. And he has realized that his toxic trait is he loves being the one to tell everybody.
Oh, God.
Bad news, just bad news. Right. He was like, you haven't heard. So the way he does the whole bit is just this one-sided of like, yeah, no one expected it. I know. I could not get my breath. It was one of those bits I was so mad I didn't come up with because it's so smart. And he goes, no, of course I'll keep you updated. I mean, he goes, I had no idea what a joy it was to be that level of a first responder. Like, it is the most brilliant bit because I was like, I did not know that would be such a funny, weird niche thing to say. But again, funny's funny, right? And you're in a room full of people going, God, that's good. Like, that's what I love about the inspiration of being in a new material situation is watching other people. You're like, I love that. I love where that's headed. Or when some other comic that's awesome enough to walk by and hand you one little nugget of that Easter egg you didn't see.
That's right. It's just a different angle to look at it. And sometimes that just sparks your own, flow of...
Totally.
Even if you don't use the line, it will give you a different way of looking at it. And so it sparks creativity. I love brainstorming. And
me too.
And watching other comics and giving ideas and have them given to me. I mean, it's so cool.
It is. It's this really cool... I always say to Karen, there's a fine line for me because I don't ever want to watch somebody and ever... because if you see something and you're doing something, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want it to be derivative, right? You're never like,
yeah.
But inevitably in the world, I mean, no one owns the market on being gay or menopause or dead people or, like
nothing.
I get nobody owns it on anything. Right, topics. But I will, there's a fine line of watching people's specials and then when you watch people in new material because you're like, oh, I love where that's headed. And it's this constant... It's forgive me because of perimenopause brain. Did I tell you about watching that Yacht Rock review documentary? Okay. If I've told you all this, listen, perimenopause is all of us. There is a documentary on HBO Max called Yacht Rock, the documentary. Produced by Questlove. I think it's produced by Questlove, who is the band leader on Jimmy Fallon, but he's in it throughout, so that's the reason I bring this up. And it's how the term yacht rock even came to be, but really what the actual music is that makes that genre up. And, I mean, interviews by Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald and the band Toto, but what it shows, this is why I'm bringing this up, that specific genre, that era of music and how prolific, I mean, obviously here we sit in 2025 and it's its own genre and still listen to as much on repeat as music that is right now, that those artists all cross-pollinated on each other's albums, meaning like session musicians on all of those albums played on each other's albums. Michael McDonald did background vocals or played keyboard on almost every, like it was over 5,000 songs that they cross-pollinated on.
Oh, wow.
And then you go, oh my gosh, like What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers, which almost, it's like the genre-defining yacht rock song. That was written by Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins. And you're going, oh my gosh. Wait, what? And so what I'm saying is it's kind of the beauty in comedy where you realize there's people that you love, but they all kind of came up at the same time and why that level of funny all kind of works together. And I was like, that's kind of the beauty of where comedy is, I feel right now, even differently from like back in the day of the Robin Williams and the Billy Crystals and all that, which was great comedy. Now it's this really cool moment where you realize how many people have done such hard time together that you can see the gorgeous layers of friendship and cross-pollination. Even you and Leanne, when you get to go see people on the road together, it's this really great synergy. I feel like now more than any other time in comedy, and that's to me like we're in that for comedy what yacht rock was in the 70s. Did that a long way to get there, everybody, but that's what I mean. There's this really cool zeitgeist happening right now, I feel like the last like 5 years.
This is a totally far right turn, but we do it all
I love
the time.
those.
Yeah. Mike Greer, who is works for Outback Concerts and does Leanne shows. I saw him in Wilmington when she was filming her Netflix special, and he was telling me from Wilmington, he was going to Charlotte to do Ringo's Starr. Yeah. Stop. And he had done it one other time, and he said you're talking about all the musicians. That's what reminded me. But he said that I can't remember exactly, but like the drummer from Toto, or the guitar, or the bass from all these other classic bands is who plays for him.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and said that he comes in, black SUV pulls up, Ringo comes out, goes to stage, does 45 minutes. Takes a break, has his own personal chef backstage making him a smoothie that's all like energy, super healthy. He takes like a 15-minute break, drinks his smoothie. Then they play Africa and all their hits from the bands they're from, which is like a 15, 20-minute segment that's awesome. And then he hits the stage again. He's 85 with as much.
Get out of town. Yeah, he's 85. Yeah. He looks amazing.
I know. And he hits the stage again with as much energy as he walked. I mean, he says it's just phenomenal. And then he ends the show straight out the back into a black SUV and gone. Said it is Elvis has left the building, but it's a phenomenal show.
I want to go to one of those.
Yeah, I was fascinated by the story. It was just so cool.
We just watched the George Harrison documentary, too. If y'all don't know, I'm a rock doc nerd. I will watch as many rock docs as I can because I have such a love of music and have no musical ability whatsoever.
Me either. Yeah.
None. Yeah. And we watched George Harrison's, and it was done by Martin Scorsese. So I thought it was going to be something, hello, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
I don't know if Martin Scorsese just texted this one in. It was the kind of documentary when you watch it, you kept feeling like you got up to go to the bathroom several times, yet you never left the sofa. So I was like, I don't know, who are these people? Like, there's no context to who anybody is. They're not even like some lower thirds to tell you who the person is speaking. There's a lot of timeline jumping, so you don't know when this happened in the chronological story of George Harrison's life. So I was like, I'm so confused. What's happening? And I did not realize, though, in the course of that at one point, George Harrison sued Ringo Starr.
Yeah, my brother's a big Beatles fan, and he knows all that kind of stuff, and he told me that, yeah.
And I was like, and they showed a clip of them getting, I guess George Harrison was on a talk show in the UK, and this presenter, the host of that show, did not surprise George Harrison with a Ringo Starr appearance on the show. And it was like right before John passed away. So it was like that little gray area, John passed away in 1980. So it was that weird kind of, the band was still slightly contentious. We're all happy to be free of each other, but really they only wanted to be with each other. And so it was this little weird moment. And I guess Ringo put out a song that George wrote or produced, one or the other, forgive me for not, it might have been both. And Ringo changed a couple things on it and just put him in as like, one, not the other, right? So maybe like as a producer, but not a writer or whatever it was. And George sued him. And so this was like weeks after the lawsuit. And this presenter has Ringo, and Ringo just called him right out. He goes, yeah, no, he's mad at me. And I was like, what? But it was like almost like watching siblings because they've been together so long. Uh-huh. And George was like, no. Like, and I'm sitting here going, what in the fresh hell? And I thought it was even weirder that Scorsese just left that like weirdness in the doc with no explanation, by the way. They just like that clip and left it, no resolve. And I'm like, what am I watching? This is unhinged. And I was sitting there just thinking, like, what a different universe that they were only a band for like such a short amount of time, the Beatles.
Yeah.
And that they're still
and still just a phenomenon.
And still as prevalent, like they're in my constant life rotation.
Well, and you probably know this, but when Dolly did the rock album,
yes,
she called Paul to see if he would sing backup, and he said, "Not only will I sing backup, I'll get Ringo, and I'll play piano, and he'll play drums." So,
yeah. Oh yeah, she gets by with a little help from her friends.
That's
yes,
right.
I did. I can't sing, but I slightly word talked it. I know. Look, Dolly, I realize on a daily basis how much we need more Dolly energy in this world. As things get more and more heavy, I always think, what could Dolly do for us all right now? Like that would just lift our spirits. Besides selling out her shows in just minutes in Vegas, which Dolly, if you're listening, because I know you love Karen and I like we love you. And I'm even looking, I just said to Jace, I was like, if I have to leave California, I would get a little place in Tennessee just so I can get a Dolly Parton license plate. I would. It's the truth. If you offered me a Dolly license plate, I'll move to your state. That's kind of how I feel like it's okay. And if they rename B&A in Nashville to the Dolly Parton Airport, I'll find every reason to fly in and out of B&A just so I can have a ticket that says you're flying to Dolly.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't.
I don't understand.
Is that on the table?
It's on the table.
Yeah.
I think it should be.
100%.
Because I think, wasn't it named after Barry? B&A stood for like Barry, Barry Hill. I don't know.
I never
Forgive
knew,
me.
but it needs to be Dolly.
It needs to be Dolly or Parton International. I feel like Dolly. You just need to be called Dolly International.
Just Dolly. Yeah,
Just
Dolly
Dolly.
International. Yeah.
Dolly International. Everybody's going to find a reason to fly into Dolly International.
Yeah.
How-
DIA.
DIA. Where are you flying? I'm going to DIA.
I'm going to Dolly.
Oh, I love heading to Dolly. No one will call it Nash Vegas anymore. It'll just be Dolly Land. Just like Dollywood.
Cleavage International.
Cleavage International. She'd have so much fun with like all the Dolly-esque murals in there. At everywhere you turn in that airport, it'd just be Dolly.
Yeah, instead of concourses, you just go to Boob C.
Yes, Terminal Jolene, Terminal 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Where are you headed? Oh, Backwoods Barbie, that's Terminal E. Those are our connecting flights. I'm in, Dolly. Listen, if you need help, I'd love to be part of that rebranding team for Dolly International Airport.
Yeah. Welcome to Dolly International Airport, where I will always love you.
I always love you. If you are here and have been delayed, we have all experienced a hard candy Christmas. But we want you to know that you can head on over to the Parton Corral and get you a corn dog in our Parton family food court. Don't you think she won't monetize every ounce of that airport? Oh, Dolly, there's nobody, by the way, that has lit the way for branding 101 like Dolly Parton. She is the branding mecca genius from the word dot. I mean, she's it. So...
And we have quick shuttles to Dollywood.
Oh, honey, she'll probably have puddle jumpers directly over to Pigeon Forge. Helicopters. Dolly, we're here. I'm on this team. I also want, and then if you could put a Dollywood Resort hotel in case you have a unfortunate layover at Nashville, right at the airport, you could have a connecting airport and have a Dollywood Resort. Kind of like they have the Gaylord Hotel. Just take the Gaylord Hotel and turn it into a mini Dollywood. You're welcome, Dolly.
Yeah,
you're
welcome.
welcome.
You're
It'll be
welcome.
the in-town Dollywood if you've been delayed.
Not Dollywood, Dolly did.
Let me say, I want to know who inherits all of Dolly's wealth when she leaves this earth. Wouldn't you love if she told everybody, F all y'all, and it goes to like animals and keeping up imagination library and, because let's be real. I know she'll have obviously nieces and nephews and I get all that, but she's never had children. Carl Dean's no longer with us. I am praying to goodness, and we know Judy's going. God willing, we don't know when Judy's going to leave. If you don't know the Judy Ogle of it all, I can give you that in a different episode. But Judy Ogle is Dolly's very best friend, and they're about the same age. I don't know like who's older or younger, but is she the same age?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Judy will get a little something, but I don't know what just happened. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happening over there. Sounds like I'm very important.
It's Judy.
Hey, Judy. But yeah, I'm thinking that she's going to just give she'll probably give something to Tennessee because she loves the great state of Tennessee.
Oh, she's going to do something with the Imagination Library and other, she loves animals too. I mean, I'm sure she'll have all kinds of philanthropic, avenues that
her wealth will keep, because she's a billionaire. Dolly's a billionaire. And
that does good with her money.
That does good with her money. And if you don't think, just Elvis has been gone forever and died in his 40s. If you don't think that Dolly's stuff is going to be selling she'll be 150 years old, deceased, and her stuff will still be selling like she's here today. So that's what I'm saying. I just want to know what that looks like. If y'all know, if somebody works at Music Row or you got the inside scoop, I just want to know because I'm fascinated. I think she's such an amazing human being. I just can't wait to hear what she goes, hey, this is how I'm leaving it, deuces. I'm leaving this world better than I found it, and she's done a pretty good job at that. So
Yes, she has.
she's my inspiration always. She will. She'll probably open the Dolly Parton, food. Knowing Dolly, I can't wait. And I hope Dollywood gets some fun to be left around forever and ever so all these little country children can aspire to work there like I did. I just wanted to work the corn dog cart. When I was a baby, it was Silver Dollar City. That's how long. I remember when Dolly bought it.
I remember Silver Dollar
Remember
City.
Silver Dollar City. And so I was like, what? Dolly's buying Silver Dollar City? I was just like, this is going to be the most magical place on the planet. When you're a country kid, you think that it's something. It was like our own personal Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her. She's the best.
Well, all right.
Look, y'all, we took a turn. This was episode 2. Well, I wanted to know just what Karen was up to. This was a quick one because we were trying to get in another one. By the time y'all hear this, I will probably be laying on a beach chair. Actually, no, I will be taking care of little rescue dogs. This one will come out while I'm fully on vacation. And I will be taking care of little rescue dogs because the resort I am staying at has an animal sanctuary where they rescue animals in Mexico and help spay and neuter and then get them adopted. And, of course, my husband's like, I'm going to play golf. And I'm like, I'm going to tend to rescue puppies. So this episode will come out while I'm there doing that. So if I have the ability, I will send you pictures and put them up on the page.
Oh, please send me some pictures.
Oh, you're going to get them. Karen's going to get annoying. Like, look where I'm at. I'm wallering a dog.
Oh.
I know. You have to go here. Please, when I make you take a break, will you please come here?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay. All right, good. Kay, where can everybody find you?
KarenMills.com.
And that's
all
all
the
her
links
socials.
are there.
Everything's there. And I'm at trishsir.com. All my tour dates, everything. But if you need me on any social, it's at trishsir.com. And then follow along on the podcast is at What I Know So Far Pod. And that's on Instagram and on Facebook. Or you could just follow us and we'll tell you how to get to us and listen to us. But please rate, subscribe, and review the show. It doesn't take but a second. You don't have to sign up for anything. Wherever you listen to podcasts, just give us a rating. It means a whole lot to us.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks, guys. Bye.